girl in the garden.
6 months on, and to many the events succeeding to see my demand. Leslie Tiller was fucking murdered!
Hey guys, welcome to episode 83 of LTFM. Did you miss me? I'm assuming everyone's like crying and they're so excited to see me. They're just like, wow, we missed you. Ah. Right. Well, it's been crazy. Uh it's been a wild ride. So let me just tell you. Um Finally moved out. If you could see, Aaron's in the back. This is like our little office area kind of thing where like on one side I have my art desk and then I have another desk. Okay, he just built me a computer and we just got to get that whole thing set up, but um this is our little office area and this is where I'm going to be recording sometimes. I just kind of want to figure out where I want to do it. um but I guess let me just tell you, it's been crazy. I was so excited to get back on here and start telling everybody how since I moved out, like, oh, my skin's been so nice. Like, I haven't had a single fucking pimple in like weeks now. Yesterday, I woke up and this fucking thing was on my face, right? It's so close to my lip. It's like right under. And I was like, okay, it's kind of a big pimple, right? And so I put a little patch on it and then peeled it off and it brought it up to a whitehead. So then I popped that and then I realized that it has multiple pimples inside of it. So I put another patch on today and then two more whiteheads popped up and then I popped those, right? It's inflamed. And then I put this other patch on because I was like, I feel like there's more stuff inside. Like I feel like it's a joke and I don't know, but my skin's been great since I've moved out up until up until today. Up until yesterday. I don't know what happened. So anyway, I had did like that post where I was telling everybody, like I'm not doing too well and stuff, like I had to take a break. I was just literally in a spot where I was so overwhelmed that like I'm stressed about like going to work, I'm stressed about being at the house. I had gotten to the point with my parents where it was like I'm noticing that I keep saying like maybe if I hit on Benjamin, I won't say like. Is that how that works? That was me hitting it for you guys in the mic. um so anyway, um it was just getting so weird in the house. Like um it had been like 4 or 5 months where we like I wasn't allowed to like Aaron, I cannot. This man and his toots. He just ran out of the room so he could go toot. And all right, I'll sit down, you red faced. um. So anyway, try to be polite. Okay, so anyway, um, it had been about 4 or 5 months before I moved out that I like wasn't allowed to use their toilet paper. So it began with my dad. One day, hi Teddy, he didn't put toilet paper in the bathroom, and it was like, okay, right. Um, And then it was a couple days after that, he did put a roll in there. And this toilet paper roll had like the date written on it that he put it in there, like in Sharpie. Like it was turned to the side and he wrote the date on it. And I thought that that was pretty weird. So I was like, okay, I'm. It's weird. It's almost like he wants to see how long this roll of toilet paper is gonna last. Okay. So then after that roll of toilet paper was gone, he didn't put toilet paper in the bathroom anymore. And him and my mom would take the toilet paper roll into the bathroom with them and take it out. And the whole thing is just like, if you want me to buy toilet paper, you could just talk to me instead of just, I don't know, I guess just like holding the toilet paper hostage. Like, I have a job. I could just buy toilet paper. It doesn't need to be that that much of a like an issue, right? Like it doesn't need to be a thing. Like we don't need to keep toilet paper and hide it from me. You could just talk to me. Hey, we want you to start buying toilet paper. Cool. It's not going to be a big deal. But there's no communication there. It's like he doesn't want to talk to me. He refuses to. Like you just want me to do like things for you, but you don't want me to talk. Like I don't know. You don't want to talk to me kind of thing. So it was weird. Um and so like eventually it moved on to, also I was buying my own toilet paper during this time. I wasn't just not using toilet paper. So after I realized that they weren't like putting out toilet paper anymore and weren't going to communicate with me, I was just like, okay. So I bought my own toilet paper and I would just bring it back and forth the same way. Like, okay, if we want to be like that, we want to be like that, whatever. So eventually it moved on to, it seemed like he didn't want me to use their paper towels either, because they have like a paper towel roll by the sink and then one like on the table like where they eat. Also my dad would sit there and like fuck around with like toy cars and put them together since he didn't do anything all day. He would just sit in the kitchen, mess with like toy cars and like paint them or whatever. And then eventually he started keeping both rolls on the table like where he sat, but like more so pushed like next to his stuff. So like all his cards were right here and like the paper towels were like behind it, like, I don't want you to use these kind of thing. But also like they were in a spot, so if I went to go get them, he'd be able to see me where he sits on the couch all day. And it was just uncomfortable, right? Cuz, you know, there's no other things in the kitchen. Like there's no regular towels to dry your hands on like when you wash them. There's no like oven mitt things. I don't know. Uh they had one like one of those pot mitts, like the square one that you just sit like a pot on. They had one of those, but I mean, other than that, it was just paper towels. So that was a thing. And then one day, because they don't use regular plates, they usually use like paper plates. One day I had went out there, grabbed a plate so I could like cut like the bubbies like food and stuff on. And he had taken all the plates, like the paper plates in the plastic bag that they come in, and tied it and like put like that little like, what is that? One of those twisty tie things on there, and he twist tied it and then like put it up. And I was like, okay, I guess this means that you don't want me to use your paper plates either. So it was just like a big thing, but like no one would talk to me, right? The only times that they would talk to me would be for things like random stuff. Like one time when like my mom would talk to me and say like the weirdest things. Like one time I walked inside, right? And I unlocked the door, walked in the house. My mom's just standing there and she's like just blinking. And I was like, "What? What?" And she's just like, "What's with the green?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Your eyes. What's with the green?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's just green. It was just green eyeshadow. I just had green eyeshadow on my eyes." My mom's just like, You haven't talked to me in like 3 days, and that's what you're gonna say to me? I don't know. Or like, it would just be like random little things. Like, I don't even know. I kind of blocked them all out, but it was just like, you guys won't talk to me about the fact that you want me to get toilet paper or like not use your things or this or that, but like you'll talk to me about why am I wearing green? What does that mean? I don't know. I felt like I was going fucking crazy. So, whatever. The anxiety was awful. Um and I was falling apart. Like I was miserable. So, um like at the end of March, me and Aaron, well, Aaron finally set up a date so that we can go look at a few houses, right? Just like it was a weekend that I was already going to be like over at his house, and he's like, "Oh, we're going to go look at houses on Saturday." Saturday, Sunday, whatever. It was the weekend. So we went looked at some houses. And so let me tell you, in like leading up to us starting to look at houses and everything else going on, his dad is going through like the craziest shit I've ever seen. Right? I'm not gonna put all his business out there as to what the fuck was happening, but he's in the hospital, and at this point, he's probably been in the hospital for about a week and a half or so. Right? It's crazy. So we go, we look at a house, and it's like, okay, um, first house, not too bad. It's 3 rooms, living room, a kitchen. It has a garage, has a backyard. It's close to a park. It has a bathroom in one of the rooms and then an extra bathroom. So it was like, wow, this is kind of nice, right? The driveway was a bit weird, a bit sketch because like it goes like up a hill. But I was like in a desperate mode. So it just was like, wow, yeah, that looks pretty good, right? Because I never really went and looked at houses. Like I've lived in houses, but I've never went and had to look. It was always just like I moved in with someone. So, whatever. Second house, absolutely gorgeous. The most stunning house I've ever seen, right? um 2 rooms, kitchen, living room, hella storage, uh attached garage, closed in backyard with a privacy fence. What's better than that? Um Maybe a wand that poops glitter, right? It's great. So we looked at it and then we were like, maybe we should go look at it one more time, right? Before we leave, let's go walk around. And we were just kind of like looking and the house just seemed perfect. It was just perfect for us. Like there's a room for us, a room that we could use for bubbies or something else combined with bubbies. We could use a room for like our office. We could have like our stuff kind of together in one room. A fucking connected garage, that would be awesome, especially for winter. It just seemed really good. So we were like, we kind of like this. Like maybe we should, like, yeah, let's get things started on this one and see what happens, right? Because you hear people trying to buy houses and do stuff, and it's just kind of sometimes it seems like it's a nightmare, and, and then things just started. So sorry, I just blanked out. All right, so we'll get you started. Great, that's all happening, and I'm ecstatic, right? I start getting into full packing mode, even though half, like 75% of my room was already packed. Things I needed to pack were like stuff on my art desk, gaming systems, clothes and bubbies pretty much. But, might as well just get started on the things that I'm not using now, like work clothes. I can just get packed up. So, got all of that stuff all set up, got a signing date. I don't know if I said that already. Got a signing date, got the moving truck all set up, requested time off from work. Also, requested, it's a really rough word, in my opinion. Requested, requested. Let's see how many times I can say requested until it starts feeling like a fake word. Requested, 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 requested. I can't now. Requested, re- requested. Okay. Anyway, so great. Everything is going good, right? And uh so basically, whatever, let me just skip to everything. We end up signing, immediately drive to the house, right? I'm ecstatic. I'm filled with the most joy in the longest time, right? I'm I'm driving there. I'm playing Good Charlotte. I am crying. I just can't believe that it's here. It's happening. Like all of my stress is about to be gone. It's great. And so we signed on what, like a Wednesday? Signed on like a Wednesday or something. And our move in date was that Friday. So, like, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to get the truck in the morning. We're going to be moving. And then all weekend we'll be unpacking. Everything's going to be great. And so while we're signing, well, after we sign, they were like, you have to get a occupancy permit from the village, right? So you have to get an inspection done on your house one last time. And it was like, okay, cool, right? Not gonna be a big deal. Aaron went that next morning, went to the place, and then he calls me at work and he's like, hey, they're not gonna be able to get out and do the inspection until next week, Thursday. So I just lose it. And I'm like, I'm at work, I'm breaking down. It's just the worst thing ever because, like, I don't want to hear that. I'm in my head on that the day before Wednesday. I was like, bro, I've got I've got tomorrow and I'm done. Right? I just have to go to bed tonight, go to work, and then Friday I'm out and it's over. And I'm not stressed out anymore. Everything's done. Everything's perfect and I can start living my life. And he tells me that, and I was like, so we can't move in before? And he's like, no, cuz we can get fined. And I'm just a fucking wreck. It's like the worst thing like you could hear in a situation like that. So had to cancel the move-in date, right? Had to cancel that. Had to set it up for the next week on Friday. So guy comes, gets the inspection done, and then he tells Aaron that you have to get another inspection done. You have to have like the HVAC stuff, the water heater needs to be checked. Like you have to have a plumber and like a heating and cooling guy like come out and you know give you like the go ahead, like saying that those are fine. So it was like, bro, what the fuck? So then the next day after that, Aaron had that set up for, right? So he emails the guy, sends the stuff to the guy, the main dude that did the inspection for the house, and here's nothing. So that Friday and Saturday come along, and we still can't move in. So we had to cancel the truck and like the whole moving thing again. I'm fucking stressed. I don't even want to be at his house. Like I'm miserable being where I am. And it's just the worst thing ever. Like, I just don't understand, like, how in the fuck, why do we need to get another thing, right? So then he eventually gets back to Aaron and he's like, you, cool, right? Like, you got those things checked, whatever, the HVAC and the heater and stuff checked. Great. Now, did you get the water heater permit pulled for when that was installed? And it's like, no. Why the fuck would we need the permit from when it got installed? We weren't even living here. That got installed like a year ago with somebody else. What? So, this is another thing. He so he has to get the guy to come back out to pull that permit or like inspect it and do the thing for the permit, and he's like talking to him, and that guy was like, "Oh, you have that inspector?" He's like, "Yeah, we have a lot of people complaining about him. Like, he just seems like, he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's just kind of like an asshole. Like, he just likes to give people hard times." And it's just crazy. So he gets the permit pulled, right? Fine. Then he emails it to the guy, and it's like it's like another week later, and he still isn't saying anything. And we have the truck scheduled for that weekend, and it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Right? Friday, we're getting the truck in the morning. Doesn't matter. I'm not changing it because I was losing my fucking mind. Like, I feel like I was just starting arguments. Like, it was just like, it was causing a fuss in here just because I was overwhelmed. It just, I felt like I was trapped, and I felt bad that I was like getting so emotional with him, well, with Aaron, and just like starting shit. But it was like, fuck, I was so close to something, and every time I thought it was going to happen, it was just getting ripped away again. And it was really hard to deal with, like really, really hard. So we ended up just moving in, saying fuck it, right? Because we were talking, and it's like, we have all the inspections that he wanted. We pulled the permit like he wanted. Everything's been totally fine. Like, what? Like, how in the fuck else are we gonna get in trouble for this? And he wasn't emailing him back. He wasn't calling him. He was texting him, nothing. Like, he wasn't getting back to him at all. So we're like, I mean, hopefully nothing happens, because Aaron was like reading, and there's like these horror stories where the guy that you get the occupancy permit from can be such an asshole and be like, "Oh, I seen that you moved in some of your stuff. You have to move all of your stuff out before I give you the permit, so I could do a last inspection," right? Or they could fine you for like how many days they know that you've been living in like the house that you didn't have the occupancy permit. So we didn't want any of that stuff to happen. But I mean, we had everything. And then eventually, like, Aaron, every day, this man, he's going through, and he's like, in case the guy comes today and he wants to do the inspection, he's like, I'll make it look like we're not technically living here. So he's just like, he's just going through and like taking the fucking mattress off of the stand. He's throwing boxes on things. Like, he's packing things up, making it just look like, we've just moved things in, but we're not living here.
Packing everything up and unpacking
Every day. And it was just a shit show. But like, what the fuck else are we gonna do, right? Like, we've signed on this house so long ago, and now it's just like, okay, we can't move in still. Like, bills are being used, like, right, like utilities and things are being used, like we're going there, we're using the water, we're like, we're using the lights and things like that, because while this all was happening, right, like while the stuff was happening that like we couldn't move in, I was going to the house, I was cleaning up the garage, I repainted it. I can't wait to show you guys that because it's fucking sick. Um, Aaron was coming here, he was like setting up the things for his job and getting stuff ready. Like we're getting it ready, right? Um and it was like, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. So eventually we were talking and I was like, you have to call like the office. But he's like, I don't want to call the office and have like the guy be like an asshole and get pissed off because I called and complained about him, that like, we end up having to move everything out and then move it back in before he gives us a permit or whatever else, right? Like we get fined for it. Cause look, once you move in, the money's gone, right? Like you paid when you signed, and then we had whatever else we had saved up so that we can get like pots, pans, cups, the essentials to just be here. So we don't have like $800 for every 2-3 days that we lived here to pay a fine because this guy's a complete cock. So whatever, that happened. And then Aaron ended up calling the office, made a complaint about how, like, this guy's not getting back to him. He's been emailing him, he's been calling him, he's got the receipts for everything. And whatever. I think it was like later on that day, um, he got emailed the permit by the guy, and not the fucking permit being dated for like over 5 days before. So this guy was such an asshole. For what reason? We don't know. That he had the permit and everything ready and just wasn't going to say anything. Like, how much longer?
I think he's just got a really small.
He probably just does have a small cox. Um, and it was just, it was so bad. Like, the fucking stress. Because the stress of me being like, I would come home and I'd be like, you didn't put the mattress back on, or like there's boxes on the bed, or like this and this is still like pushed in the corner or something, because he's working, he's like here, but he's working, and like sometimes he has to leave and then sometimes he just gets home right before me. So it was like the stress of him having to do all of that and then having to fix it, and then me coming home and I'm like, I'm annoyed because I don't want to do anything. It was just so fucking stressful. And it was like, it's finally over. There's finally nothing to worry about. Like, you could decorate, you could put things places, like you could have your room set up the way that you want to. And it was so good. So nice. Yeah, it's been great. But so now we're living together. So anyway, this is awesome, right? Check this out. Every day when I want to go to bed, I say, Kermie, I'm gonna go to bed now, right? And I get up, I go brush my teeth, I take out my contacts, I wash my face, I say goodnight, I put the boys to bed, and then I get in bed and I knock the fuck out. Like, there's like a majority of the nights, Aaron is still awake because I go to bed earlier than him. So he'll be like in the back playing games or something, or in the living room. But a lot of the times I'll say goodnight and then I'll just wake up in the morning and I don't even hear him come into the room. I don't hear him doing any of his nighttime routine in the bathroom. Like, I don't hear anything. I don't hear the TV. I don't hear his games. I don't hear shit. And I just sleep. And I know my sleep has changed as well because my Fitbit has told me, like, so every month on your Fitbit it tracks like you're sleeping, and you get a different animal for whatever kind of like sleep pattern that you've been in. So I, at times, I used to get the dolphin, where they were like, oh, only half of their brain sleeps in the water, so like the other half can stay awake and alert, right? So like their sleep is shit. And then I used to get like hedgehogs, and it's like they're scared of everything, so they never fucking sleep. Like I was just getting the worst sleep patterns ever because I'd be up all night pretty much. Like, and then when I did sleep, it was so short. I was just fucking stressed, right? I'm miserable. I'm sleeping like shit. And now, the other day, because I think it's been about a month now, I got my sleep pattern, like my sleep animal, and I got a new animal, and I think it's like the parrot, and they were like, oh, parrots fall asleep very fast. They don't like sleep. They're light sleepers, and they fall asleep really fast or something. But it was like it showed that I was sleeping better, right? Like I don't know. I was just like, wow, I was never expecting to get a different animal. I'm looking forward to it's also the reason why I haven't gotten like the bear or something is because of me. It's so hard now to just I want to go to sleep at 9 because I'm just enjoying myself. Sometimes I'm just out there fucking watching TV, right? Well, majority of the times because I just haven't gotten all the systems set up, haven't gotten the computer set up, just been doing things like so, just been cleaning, just been I painted for a weekend. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm skipping ahead too much. It's hard for me to get to sleep early because I'm just having such a good time that like I don't want to go lay down. I won't. I won't lay down. Um eventually I like so I feel like I've noticed a plan. I'm not a plan, a pattern. Um I've noticed that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna go to bed. And I do this thing where I fucking forget everything, right? I'll either forget everything I'm doing and just be all over the place, or I'll take out my contacts and then I'll forget what I'm doing and then I'm all over the place and I'm blind. I feel like that one happens a majority of the time. And so I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot I gotta take allergy medicine, and I forgot I gotta go clean up the boys. I gotta feed the boys. I gotta do this. Oh, I don't know where my keys are. I forgot to do this. I forgot to wash my cup and do this. Like I'm just all over the place. It's a wreck, right? So it takes me about like an hour after I'm like, hey, good night, I'm going to bed, and I'm just running around doing other things. Um, but that's just like typical. So then I end up getting in bed and it's like 10, 10, 15, right? And then I lay there and I'm like, well, now I wanna hit on my vape, right? I have like this grape slushy vape. I don't really like to smoke it during the day. I feel like it makes me kind of like sleepy, like smoking cigarettes and like vapes and stuff like that. They've been making me kind of tired. So I just hit on that bad boy right before bed. I'm but I'm also watching YouTube. So, it's dragging it on. It's getting later and later. And I'm like, damn, it's 10:55. I should try to go to bed. And then I'm like, one more video. It always ends up being like about a 15-minute video. So then I'm like, damn, I gotta watch this. I'm getting kind of sleepy. But I don't let myself go to sleep because I want to watch the video. And then now it's like 11:10. And I'm like, fuck. And then I turn it off and I immediately fall asleep. And that's why I'm not sleeping like a really long time, but I am sleeping so good. I get up in the morning and I'm not wanting to call off of work every day, right? Like, so surprisingly, I called off from work the other day for the first time since I've started this job, which is a shocker for me. All the other days I had to leave or do whatever, I requested them off. And yeah, I use like time for those. So, yay me. Let's just say it. Um, Harry's laughing, but I'll fucking call off in a goddamn heartbeat. Like, especially living at my parents' house. bruv, I was ready to quit my job. I was like, I don't know, it's gonna make me feel better if I don't have to go to work because I was just so tired. I was so tired, like not sleeping and not sleeping and it not being your fault fucking sucks. If I stayed up all night and I was fucking playing games and eating chocolate and doing this and that, and then it's like, oh no, it's 5 a.m. and I have to go to work in 2 hours, my fault, right? You're an idiot. But when it's like, hey, I actually got in bed at 9 o'clock, so I can't do fucking shit else. I'm in bed at 9 and I'm falling asleep at 1:30 in the morning because someone's watching TV, yelling at the dogs, slamming doors, fucking just being pissed off because the cable's not working. And I'm just laying there like, wow, must be nice to be upset about a bad reception when you don't have to work. Like, what the fuck? I could not. So it I don't know. It's just such a life changer. And like I was saying at the beginning of this episode, I was so excited to start recording again cuz honestly, I've been busy. I've been pushing it off, okay? I'm recording this on June 6th right now. Um so my skin's been so good. Absolutely amazing. Stunning, you could say. And then yesterday, I get this fucking fat ass pimple on my chin. My chin lip area. I don't know. Also, I'm talking a lot and the star is like coming off, so I keep touching it. Not fun. It hurts. My skin's been so good. I think that it's because I'm not stressed. Like, we get into it now about like stupid shit like toots or like, oh, you didn't do this or do that, or like something stupid, right? Like, but it's not, I'm not stressed. It's just like an in the moment kind of thing. And it's not like I'm dreading coming home. I don't feel any anxiety about like what's Aaron gonna yell at me for. Like there's none of that. Like this man is just literally fighting for his life in fucking Tarkov. Is that what you've been playing? Yeah, he's been playing Tarkov. He's doing all these crazy challenges. Fucking something about these three guys. I don't know. He's finding little things. He's having to do these missions. He can't die. This and that. Like that's all he's doing. And then the big thing is like, oh, what are we gonna eat? Right. I have no anxiety. I have nothing I'm worrying about. Uh, it feels good. Also, let me tell you, number one of the best fucking things combined with me and Aaron, we have a kitchen with room now, right? We can cook dinners and keep things in the refrigerator. We've been eating healthier than you could ever fucking imagine. Like, what the fuck? I had salads, I think, fucking 5 days this week. What the shit? Kermie's been making the most bee's knees of a salad ever that I've ever had in my fucking life. I was just like, oh yeah, because I was like, oh, we're moving together. I want to eat. I want to start eating a little bit healthier. Start taking care of myself. Because at my parents' house, the fridge was so fucking packed. All I could fit in there was like my guinea pig's food in the corner of the fridge and a couple other little small things. And that was it. The fridge, the freezer, the basement freezer, the countertops, the counters, the cabinets. Like, I just said counters twice. Everything was packed with shit. Like, there was shit everywhere. Like, I was eating so bad. So fucking bad. Um, it's been awful. And I think that also contributed to my skin being ass, right? hold on, because let me tell you, it's been crazy. Um, we've been cooking food. We have dinner, right? If we're not using something or something's expired, we're fucking throwing it out of the fridge, making space for something else. Simple as that. I'm cleaning. The house is staying clean. Yeah, we have a bunch of boxes right now, but we're planning a big clean tomorrow. Um, cause when you move into a place, guys, and you start buying a bunch of shit that you need, everything comes in boxes, and then inside of those boxes is another box, and then inside of that little box is like a fucking bag and some styrofoam, and then before you know it, you can build a house out of all of that shit. Like you, what is that? What is that one show? Outside the Box. Why am I pointing to Teddy? It was like on PBS where like they had like all those boxes and shit, and they painted them, and then like they crawled inside of it, and it went into like a huge studio place where they were doing like music and shit with kids. I don't know, it was fun. We could build a house out of all of the fucking extra cardboard boxes that came with all the shit. But anyway, back to the food situation. It's been great. We live in a really good neighborhood. I can go walking around. I Teddy, you want to say hi? We got Teddy. Look at that handsome boy. Ah, that's my best friend. Teddy lives here with us now. Oh, he loves me. That's my baby. He sure does. Yeah, me and Teddy, we go on walks. Um, we've been losing weight. Teddy, look at your little face. Even look. That handsome boy. Yeah, we've just been like losing weight, eating good, just feeling good. It's been really nice to live here. It feels so nice to not ever have to leave Aaron unless like, like we're going to work or he's going to be in the front and I'm going to be over here doing whatever. Like it's nice. It's so good. It's so comfortable. We get together sometimes, we watch things. It's been great. I love it. I love it. But anyway, look, I'm going to go and I'll probably record another episode after this or something. But that's that's what's been going on. I was fucking going through it. It was awful. I was at my fucking end. Like I was so miserable. I was crying every day. It was awful. But we did it. Me and Aaron, we did it. Things are great and I'm happy. It feels good. I worked on myself for a little while. That's why I wasn't like worried about like, oh, I'm gonna do episodes or do anything. I was just like, I'm just gonna worry about living here, doing some things that I wanna do. I'm gonna go for walks. I'm gonna watch TV. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna enjoy this place. I'm gonna take it in because I haven't had any peace other than when I was at Aaron's house and we're sitting on his bed in the smallest room, or when we like would go out to concerts or when we would go out and do things like I had no type of peace at the house. Even on days where I was like I felt like shit and I called off and I just wanted to sleep. I was up from 9 a.m. So it made no difference. I should have just went into work feeling like shit. And it feels so good that I don't ever have to feel like that again. It's a wild thing. But yeah. I don't know. I'll talk to you guys in the next one about everything. But thanks for hanging out. It was really good to get back into it and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.